Yeah, I'm a curly hair rasta. Just can't help it. I used to clip my ends. Brother was like, "Man, you got curly hair, Joe. Be proud of your shit or cut it off. Cut it all off." You feel me? He ain't say that, but in so many ways, he just basically said, "Be proud of who you is and what you is and how you is made." And it took a long time for somebody to tell me that. I never heard that in all my years of my life. Anyway, damn, excuse me. Peace and blessings. Sunday, Feliz Domingo. Happy new month of August. I know this year going by fast. Not everybody made it this far, but it's a blessing. It's something to be appreciated. So yeah, happy new month. It's a new beginning. It's a new day. One thing I was thinking about too. Somebody sent me a really sweet message. It was a blessing. It was about being blessed through this month. Starting new goals, having a new energy, new mindset, different stuff like that. It was a bunch of different stuff, but it was basically like a fresh start. And like we making it together. We getting through this journey of life, still breathing, still living. It's not by our doings, but by God's grace. Nobody is promised tomorrow. Nobody is promised the next minute, but we here and we trying to make the most of it. Leaving our legacy behind, leaving our legacy behind by the things that we're doing and the people that we're affecting in a negative and or positive way. But anyway, what I really wanted to talk about was the race bait. And the reason I named it that was because I was watching this movie last night. Uh, it's called Moses, Fire and Water. It's on Netflix. It was made this year. It looked dope. It's pretty dope, but it's real AI made. So if you don't like AI type stuff, don't watch it. But anyway, what up, BB, Kadaja? Peace and blessings. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Sunday. This movie I was watching called Moses on Netflix, Fire and Water. One thing that stood out to me the most was this. It was about, if you don't know about Moses, you could read about Moses in the book of Exodus. But anyway, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all heard about him and what his story was about. And if not, I'll give you a quick recap. So Moses, he was a Hebrew born in a time where the Egyptians was taking over Ramses. He was the finna be the Pharaoh. Yo, what up, what up? I'm gonna get up with y'all. Try to make sure that y'all know your name is spelled incorrectly. Okay, my bad. Peace and blessings, dog. I acknowledge you and I see you and I appreciate you for tuning in. So Moses was born a Hebrew in a time where they was enslaved, the Israelites, right? Those are God's people. And they was enslaved to the Egyptians. So at that time they was multiplying fast. You know how black people be. They multiply fast, they have a lot of kids, whatever, right? But anyway, um, it was becoming a problem for the Egyptians. So the king at that time, he said all of his people to go into the houses of the Hebrews and to kill their firstborn sons. And his Moses' mom, for those of you who don't know, that's why I'm giving a recap. A lot of people don't know the Bible, they don't know pretty much whatever, right? But why I'm bringing this up is because it's still true to this day. It's the reason why wars go on this day. It's the reason why racism is alive this day. That's the reason why I named this the race bait. And that's the reason why I'm starting it off this way. Because it's going to hit home and I'm going to bring it home real quick. But I just want to give you a little detail about what this is about. Yeah, no problem at all. Because you can't assume people know things just because you know things. And if people don't know things, you got to be patient to teach them. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that you know that you're a teacher or not. And I feel like I'm a good teacher. But anyway, if I'm not, I'm not. But anyway, so at that time he sent all his people. I'm talking about the Egyptians, the pharaohs. He sent all his people to go kill the firstborns of all the Israelites, of all the Hebrews. And Moses was one of those who was supposed to die in that time, but God had favor on him. So his mom put him in a basket, and that basket survived overnight, and it made it to the Pharaoh's court, basically to where the Egyptians were staying at, and they picked him up and raised him as their own. And it was one day he was just having a epiphany. He just had a moment of truth where he realized he wasn't one of those people that he was with. And with that being said, he realized that he didn't belong there. So he felt abandoned, and he wanted to figure out the truth. Just like anybody who was adopted, they want to know where they come from, right? So that's where he was at in that state of mind, trying to figure out where he come from, who is his people. And of course, since he grew up with the Egyptians, he knew how to read the Egyptian hieroglyphs and all of that. He was known in their ways. He knew their ways. And when he got to seeing the story of what was going on from their history, he realized that he made it from when they was throwing all of the firstborns into the lake to be fed by the alligators. The same thing they do with racism to this day. They throw the black kids in the water to feed them to the alligators. Nothing is new under the sun. Everything is repeated. So that's one thing you ought to know as well too. So yeah, long story short, he run away from killing one of the Egyptians as he's feeling a type of way because he's mad about he grew up with these people and these people killed his people, and now he don't have any lineage to go to or whatnot, right? So anyway, he on the run, he running, and he end up meeting this girl Sephora. She had a father who was established. They was a different kind of people, I believe, other than Hebrews. I think they was the same. I don't know. That's not important. But what is important is that he ended up starting a family with her. And while he was living with her, time go by. So much time go by till they grow up, right? And his brother Ramses, that's why I brought him up because he's important in this story. His brother is now the Pharaoh of Egypt, and he's taking control. So as that's going on in Egypt, what's going on in wherever Moses was at, which I don't know. My bad. So yeah, as time going by, Moses growing up, get a family, all this and that. He have a special moment in his life where he see a bush on fire, and that bush was calling his name. So he go closer to it, and he realized that this fiery bush, is talking to him, and the bush is telling him like, take your shoes off because you're finna enter a holy land. And sometimes you stand in holy places not knowing, meaning God's people is here and God's been here on this land. And to be in God's presence is to be clean. So you don't go with your shoes on. Just like with the Quran, you wash your hands before you open that book. And there's certain things that you do when you enter in spiritual places, right? Just like if you pray to God, you go bow your knees in a secret place. Different things when it comes to spirituality, right? But nevertheless, God told him, like, I need you to go free your people, the people of Israel. I've heard their cry and I want my people to be free, and I need you to go do it because this is why I saved your life from being eaten by the alligators when they was throwing them back in the water, right? So this is the purpose of his life. That was the reason why he was spared, because his purpose was to go back to where he was from, well, to where he was raised, to go against those people, to set the people in captivity free. So he had a conversation with the fiery bush. God tell him, like, I am who I am. You go tell them people that I'm the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And if you don't know, Jacob, his name was turned to Israel. That's the land of Israel right now to this day, where Jacob was at and where he conquered and did God's will. My bad, lagging because I got my data on and the Wi-Fi on. It be switching back and forth. I can't really control that. Plus, I got a regular Android phone, which I want to upgrade pretty soon. But I appreciate your patience with dealing with me and trying to hear what I'm trying to say. Peace and blessings. I appreciate you. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, becoming a member. But yeah, I'm Aaron Glenn, a motivational speaker, private personal consultant. Team Angie is my company, and I help people make money online. Free blueprint in the bio. But anyway, doing digital marketing, I got used to advertising like that. So whatever, right? But back to the race bait, and this is what's going on to this day. You know, all of this stuff on YouTube, the Nolan Wells thing, the Carmelo Anthony thing, all of these things going on. It's about black and white, right? It's about race. It's a seed that the devil has been using to water time and time again. It's a tactic he used to divide and destroy people. We all bleed the same blood. We all want to live right. We all want security. We all desire similar things. You know, we all not really that different at the end of the day. But go ahead, bye bye. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So what happened was he go back and he go through a different little series of events to where he trying to get Ramses, who was the pharaoh at the time, to do what God asked him to do, which was to set those people free. One thing I brought up that was because we get comfortable in our positions, we get comfortable with our titles, and therefore we become hardened in our hearts, thinking that what we is and what we've accomplished is bigger and better than everybody. You know, titles, accolades, achievements through life. Sometimes it's hard for us to listen to other people, to learn from other people, and to grow from other people. Have compassion and mercy from other people. People who with money, it's hard for them to be compassionate with those who are broke. You know it. You see people on the street struggling, you look past them like they're nothing. And it is what it is, right? It's just how people is. It's how people has been from the beginning of time. We become stubborn in that way. And when you become stubborn, it's hard for you to learn. It's hard for you to listen. It's hard for you to see new perspectives in life. You know, the point of view changes from having an open mind. One thing I thought about this whole thing, right? Like Egyptians, we all know about how Egyptians work. You've heard about Egyptians, whether you believe in the Bible, read the Bible, whatever, right? You know Egypt, you know the pyramids, you know their ways, right? They're an established group of people. Nevertheless, now that is the way that everybody say Jesus not real, Jesus didn't live, and all this and that. My whole thing was this. The whole reason why I even brought all this up is because young Pharaoh, right? And it's not nothing against him at all. I used to look at him a lot, watch him a lot, and one thing I heard from him was like he debunked all religions, and I kind of believed him until I seen the new Pharaoh. And when I say the new Pharaoh, I'm not saying that he was cloned or anything like that. All I'm saying is that his mindset changed because once I heard him say he debunked our religions, and now I hear him now saying that he's basically Egyptian Buddhist. And I thought about that. I was like, if you debunked our religions, how can you be a Egyptian Buddhist? And also, if you debunk Christianity, how can you debunk Christianity when you claim to be a part of the Egyptian when God has sent Moses to destroy the Egyptians? Therefore, you can't have debunked all religions because for you to be saying you something that God has already conquered, you can't be telling the truth. You couldn't have debunked our religions. And one thing that came to my mind when I was thinking about that was this, right? Like that same mindset of people, that stubborn mindset, those holier than thou, you know, those type of people, right? Those type of people, even to this day, like they feel like they're bigger and better than everybody, and they have the right to be so. That's their mindset. That's their ways. They believe in different gods, right? I say gods, meaning plural, many of them. I'm not sure which ones are ones that they really worship. I don't know. I don't care. Only thing I do know is that they once had a time of power and control, and they once went against God's people, the Israelites, right? And it's the same to this day. No matter how they change the names, they change the locations. It's the same fight. the race bait, what set of people is better than what other set of people. The same struggles, the same fight is going on to this day, and it's easy to get wrapped up into that. And it's the same thing that happened back then when Moses went against Pharaoh. Racism, the mindset of people. And I was just thinking about that because I'm like, I see it happening to this day, and I almost start watering that seed of hate and uh, divided divination. I can't even throw the words out there right, but what I'm trying to say is like, be mindful of that because it's a tactic of the enemy. The devil wants you to be choosing sides and hating a group of people because that way he can keep you distracted and he can have you in position to be destroyed the same way he was destroyed, the same way he used sets that mindset of people to be destroyed. And it's crazy because a lot of people fall into that trap even to this day. Like the the black people of the world, right? We struggle because we learn the ways of the enemy, and God always bring us out of what up, what up, what up. I see you, Muy Chiro. My bad. I don't know if I got your name right or not, but peace and blessings. No disrespect. But yeah, we got to be mindful of choosing sides, right? And if you're on the wrong side, you got to know where your power and your strength come from because you might have good days, you might have a lot of favoritism, you might have it all, just like the elites of the world, right? The ones who got all this money and power and who keep us divided, going against each other. It's not no black and white thing. It's powerful people versus the poor people, and they keep us distracted with all of this stuff that they throw out there for us to be fighting against each other. But I'm just here to tell you that Jesus loves you and he's here for you. And he wants us all just to be obedient. And what obedient is that having love for one another. The same way that Jesus did. He came to show us how to love and be loved. And that's important. It's important not to let people throw you away and throw your faith away because of their beliefs, their ideologies, right? A lot of people I listen to, and I thought they was like telling the truth, leading me to the truth. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, it's just what they thought. They had no literature to back up their thoughts. It just sound real good. The same way that the devil promised you things and it sounds good. Everything that glitter ain't gold if you don't know that already. I'm trying to get y'all a message, but the devil don't want y'all to hear it. You see what's going on, right? That's the same way it was when Moses was trying to talk to Ramesses. He didn't want to hear it. He had all of the wows going on around of the lifestyle. He like, who is this bum coming to tell me what to do and how to do it? That's the same way when you try to lead people to Christ. They're like, who is this bum come telling me what to do and how to do it? But you know what? You got to be mindful of who you dismiss because you don't know if you entertain the angels or not. The same person that'll be able to set your soul free from captivity. It's a kid playing around. I'm outside and about. They just left. I don't like putting kids on my live, but they end up going this way on the little skateboard. And then some other ones over there. They all around this motherfucker actually. But yeah, people out having fun. I'm outside too. But I'm doing my own thing. Everybody doing their own thing. I'm not paying attention to them. I'm not mad. But it is what it is though. And just to be better, to be more considerate and to be considerate, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna get on my laptop and I'm gonna try to wrap this up so that y'all can hear what I got to say. Cause my voice leaving and everything. Like this is the way the enemy works, right? He wants you to be quiet. He don't want you to see or hear the truth. And it is what it is, right? Like whenever you choose Christ, you're gonna have the world against you because God has enemies, which is the devil. And the devil has people that's helping him do his thing, just like he had Pharaoh, just as he had our leaders in the world, our government, different people doing different things, the different people in power, right? They got our troops overseas fighting a racist war. And it is what it is, right? Like these people in power, they'll send you off to your death. The same way that Ramsey sent those people to their death because They didn't know no better. They following up behind somebody who they believe got money and wealth and could help them have a comfortable life. And that's the reason why they follow him to their death. My whole thing is this: don't allow what people have to send you to your worst days because you think they're living a good life. You think that they have it all, but they lack morale and they lack real spirituality, right? Man, it's my bad. But yeah, like when people be like, "Oh, ain't no such thing as Jesus, ain't no such thing as this and that," don't listen to them because, of course, it sound good, but at the end of the day, it ain't. Just like young Pharaoh, right? And I'm gonna bring him up one more time because he was like before he had the little thing on his face and all this and that. He spoke real good. He was a real knowledgeable person, and everything sounded good until he came back out. And I never knew because I can't debunk it. I don't know, right? I'm not that knowledgeable about certain things, but what I do have is spiritual knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And I just know what's right in my spirit. I don't believe in things because I don't believe that belief is true, right? Like if you're in a relationship right now and I ask you, like, do you got a girlfriend or do you got a boyfriend? And you say, yeah. And then I ask you the same thing. I'd be like, do you believe you got a boyfriend? Do you believe you got a girlfriend? You might say, no, I don't believe it. I know it, right? You will say, hold on, I appreciate you. These are people over there. I don't be doing that though, like putting people on my stuff without their consent because I feel it's creepy and weird. I don't walk around with meta glasses recording people for views and shit like that. Like that's weird, dog. You won't see none of that type of stuff on my channel at all. I don't condone that behavior. I think it's real weird and creepy. I be watching YouTube videos to where I see people on there. They either got glasses on or they got their phone hidden somewhere. They recording people acting weird, and then they don't even know they being recorded. Stuff like that, right? Like, yeah, I don't like that type of stuff. But anyway, I was just like, wow, how can dude say he debunked religions when he's saying at the same breath that he a Egyptian Buddhist? Now I tried Buddhism before. It was cool. It was whatever it was. But I asked God because I was born again Christian. I was like, if this for me, let it be for me. And if it's not, then take it away. And lo and behold, throughout time, I lost all my literature. So that's how I knew that wasn't for me. You know, it was cool at the time, but it wasn't what I need in my life. Yeah, we are killed in certain ways, but as you get older, you start putting certain things behind you because those things won't help you. No, never leave that kid mindset though, as far as being curious to try new things in the world, because that helps you be courageous to be all that you can be, right? As we get older, people be set in their ways. That's what I was saying too. Like they getting set in their ways, no one to learn anymore. They get hard hearted, meaning that you can't tell them shit, right? They can't open their eyes to see the truth because they're so comfortable with the way that they are. And that's just what it is. Some people are so gone that you can't save them. And some dreams get lost and never to be found again because people don't want to try new things. They don't want to go out there and fail. You know, sometimes you're going to fail a lot to learn, but failure isn't final. And let me let you know that failure isn't all that you are either. When you're trying something that don't work out, that just means that you got a learning curve. It's something else that you need to try. It's another way that you can try it, you know. Failure is a big part of success. It helps you evaluate your steps. It helps you evaluate your mindset. You know, you might be looking at something the wrong way. You might be too scared to try something. And you try it again and you got it right. So yeah, that's exactly how Moses was. He was an old man at the time. He was set in his ways. He couldn't talk that good, but being obedient to God, he learned how to speak up for himself, speak up for his people, speak up for what is right. You know, we all like to be heard, we all like to be seen, but what we're saying and how the way we're being shown, is it a righteous light? Is it something you're saying that's helping somebody evolve and elevate in life? You know, you got to be mindful of. what's being said, what's being heard, and the way that you present yourself. A lot of people do any and everything just for a viral moment, and they look like a fool, and they be stuck in those moments because that's how they put themselves out to the world for a little attention, and now they're stuck in those moments because people don't want to let that go. Like if I see a clown, basically if you walk like a duck, talk like a duck, you're a duck. If I see you acting like a clown, being a clown, you gonna call you a clown. That's what you're gonna be known for, right? But anyway, yeah, when somebody insults you, that's just them projecting how they feel about themselves majority of the time. And a lot of time people feed off of that. You know, the devil feed off of destruction, chaos, and a lot of different things is what he feeds off of, negative energy. If he not having no negative effects, he's not satisfied. And that's how some people in life is. If they don't get a reaction out of you, they so compatible. They basically want to debate. They want to go back and forth. But I mean, that's what they live for. And people do what they do. You got to either rock with them or don't. You know, you got to find your tribes in life. Not everybody that you fuck with is going to fuck with you. Not everybody that you like is going to help you grow in life. Not everybody is going to be celebrating your success. Not everybody is going to be struggling with you. You know, they'll lead when things go bad. It's just like you got to know who with you. And the people that's with you going to be with you without a doubt. Y'all gonna go through ups together, y'all gonna go through downs together, but y'all gonna be going the same route all the time in the same direction. One thing about game banking when I used to, we say this one thing, like we go hand in hand, walking towards the sun. We let that I ain't gonna give all of our sauce out, but just a little bit because it's really helpful. Like knowledge be that cup and wisdom be the water and that fills it and let our cup overflow as we walk hand in hand towards the sun, meaning we going towards the same direction together, filling our cup with wisdom and knowledge. LTPFJ is what we live by and stand by. But anyway, that's love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. So if it's not about that, then it goes against what we believe and how we move through life, right? And I say that to say this because not everybody gonna see life the way you see life, but those who do, y'all gonna be moving the same way, and y'all gonna be making a movement in the world together, just like Martin Luther King. And you know, back in the day, not too long ago, the Black Lives Matter movement, different little movements, right? Y'all moving in the same direction because y'all got the same purpose, y'all got the same intents, and y'all going to make a change in life. Jealousy is a thing that you can't control. You got to be living life, and you got to be proud of your accomplishments because you doing what you're supposed to do. You should be proud of yourself. Not like I just said, not everybody gonna celebrate you, and that's fine. You know, that don't mean that you should stop what you're doing because somebody dislike the way that you're succeeding in life. You're a child of the light, so whatever you do is gonna be shown in a way that people don't understand, and people don't like that all the time. They don't like to see you happy. They don't like to see you succeed in their life. And that's the same way that the Egyptians was with with the Hebrews. Even though they was enslaved people, they didn't like the way that they was growing. They didn't like the way that they stuck together. They didn't like a lot of things about them, and that's what this title was about, the race bait. That's how the devil got them Egyptians. If they was on a different mindset, they all could have been working together. They would have never been destroyed. They would never be the way that they're left behind now, you know, with all of these hieroglyphs. Just a memory of past time, a little bit of history. Meanwhile, Israel is still live and still pumping and it's still relevant to this day. Everybody want to be the original Israelites. Everybody want to be the original Jews, right? And it is what it is because they know they've been defeated. Don't allow people's mindset and people's ways to corrupt yours and then allow you to be defeated. Allow your history and your legacy to be washed and wiped away. But yeah, I like that though. Like people definitely gonna be jealous of you because you can't be defeated. You got an undefeated spirit. No matter how they try to beat the Israelites, they kept on conquering them challenges. God will move on your behalf. He'll make things happen to where you be surprised yourself. and it'll have your enemies wondering how is you steady surviving time and time again. But yeah, don't follow up behind any and everybody, no matter if they look like you or not. Just like young Pharaoh, right? Like I used to like his literature. Thought he was a real bright, smart man, but his soul is gone. Especially the way he presented himself nowadays. He said he debunked our religions, but that's not true. Especially when you claiming to follow behind a religion that you supposedly debunk, which is Buddhism mixed with ancient Egyptian, right? And both of these things don't lead you to an eternal life with Christ, a life worth living. Here in the flesh, even have bad days, have good days, but I know where my strength come from. I know where my resources come from, my protection, right? From the one true living God. What has been debunked is that these other guys are not living. They're not here to help you. I'm not sure what they are, but they're not from the true source of the true power. And I'm not trying to knock nobody for what you believe, what you think to be true, as what you want your reality to be. I'm just spreading a little light on what you could have so that you can have some true power in your life and that you can move in life and through life with real power. I'm gonna give you a testimony of mine, how I know this power work, right? You know we all need to work. We need money in this world because that's what we use to achieve and go grab things, right? So I'm working one day. I got my only son. He about to be born, and I need this last check, a full check at that, that I could do what I gotta do so he could come home because and if you don't know, before they leave the hospital, you gotta have a car seat, um, different little things, right? So that's what I was working towards, so I could get these different little things so my son could come home. And this day I'm at work, and all of a sudden my head just banging real hard. I got a migraine, what they call it, just out the blue, right? And it's like 20 minutes into my shift, and I was working 12-hour shifts out in Huntsville, Alabama. So I'm like, man, I'm ready to go home. My OG was there. She was like, you want to go home? Because I'm finna go. I was like, nah, I'm going to stick it out. No, matter of fact, I'm lying. She wasn't there. Uh, this was a different time. She was there and she left, and then I was going to go with her. But anyway, this time I was like, I go to the corner somewhere in the building and I start praying. I say, Lord, you know I need this money. Can you heal me? Can you help me? And as I was talking, all of a sudden my headache just gone, disappeared. I forgot I even had a headache. It just was so miraculous how God heard me and answered my prayer right there at work. I worked 12 hours after that prayer, and I forgot I even had a headache. But in the meantime, in the beginning of it, my head was banging so bad I was ready to go home and lay down. I was ready to go cry because I was in so much pain. It's just random, right? It was the adversary trying to stop me from achieving my goals. And my goal was to be able to provide for somebody that I help bring to this world. So when you're doing stuff for yourself to help other people, like God will bless you that you be a blessing to other people. And when you're trying to live like that and you think like that and you're doing that, you're gonna have a lot of adversity. It's an uphill battle constantly, always. It's gonna never stop. But the best thing about that, the beauty about that, is that God gonna be there fighting your battles with you. He gonna be helping you achieve these goals because He wants to bless you. God only used men to do His will, and we need God to be able to get through these type of things sometime, right? Like you need some discernment to know when you're in a place of danger, or when you're around jealous people, or when your mission is being compromised because of these different type of mindset of people around, right? Like the jealous ones, the haters, the stubborn ones, right? Different ones. The provoke. I can't even think of the word. The agitators. I don't know a lot of. I do, but I don't. I can't even think of it because my voice is leaving me. Uh, but anyway, I digress. So just be mindful of this whole race bait thing because the devil will take you out your spot. Having you think that some people is better than other people when in all actuality we're all God's children. He died to save us all. The rich, the poor, the pretty, the ugly. Everybody who want to believe in him and know that he'd be there for you, right? I know y'all ain't gonna like what I got to say, but I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you about the Egyptians have been defeated. Or whenever you choose that side, you choosing a side that has already lost. I know they cool. They got a lot of nice things. They supposedly done a lot of nice things in a world left behind. But that's just it. They didn't use their mindset to change. When you're not willing to change, you die in that mindset and you leave everything behind. Your legacy was just what it is, like a bunch of nice dressed people, a bunch of mysterious things just to be wiped out. Now, as far as with the Israelites that's still here, right? Of course, people, you don't know which ones the real ones or not because history, right? It's his story. The way that they use technology to brainwash people and to change up things. Like things change is the only constant thing in this world, right? It's inevitable, meaning it's bound to happen. It's gonna happen whether you want it to or not, whether you're ready or not, whether it's good or bad. Change is the only thing that's constant in this world. So, what's better not to change than your mindset, the way that you think, the way that you experience this world, right? I'm not saying I know everything because I don't. I'm not saying that I'm perfect because I'm not. I'm the best Christian. I'm not. I'm a sinner still. I still sin. I still have temptations. I'm a human being and I have the same flaws as any and everyone else, right? I pick up my cross daily because I sin daily. I struggle with my struggles. And that's just what it is. But the thing about it is that I have the strength to know better and do better and try to be better each day. I only compare myself to self, trying to be a better person today than I was yesterday, and hoping that I can make it tomorrow so that I could be proud of the person I was today and reap the benefits of what I'm doing today tomorrow. Like when I look back at my life, I'm so proud of where I am now because of the mindset. I'm always using my present to put myself in position to have the things that I need for the future. And that's what life is about. Like not comparing yourself to nobody else's journey because each journey is unique to each person. Everybody has something unique to offer to the world, right? As long as everybody trying to be themselves and living authentic, not worried about their flaws and all. Like Beyonce said, flaws and all, love me, right? Your people's gonna be there for you. Yeah, be careful what you choose in life because people will deceive you. That's what people good at. And also people good at being useful. Being users. It's two type of people in the world. There's givers and there's takers. For those of you who are givers, be sure that what you have to give is something that you don't need and something that you don't want back. You giving it reciprocity, meaning that you're giving it because it's something that you need to do. It's something that's honorable to be done, right? Not because you want something in return. And for those takers, just know they're gonna take until you have nothing left to give. So dish out your proportions equally and evenly to those who need it. That's why you need discernment so you don't just give out everything to where you don't have nothing left to give to yourself. Because the taker's gonna just take it all and they're gonna keep on taking it all. But yeah, that's something I had to learn because I'm a giver as well and a taker as well. And I do both equally. I don't overtake from people and I don't overgive to people because I used to do both. But I'm accountable for myself. I'm looking in the mirror like Michael Jackson every day on who I am and what I am and who I'm becoming. I'm mindful, right? But yeah, I really want to say what I have to say, but my voice is leaving because that I want me to tell y'all. I'm trying to stay hydrated too because it's been hot as hell. But hold on real quick. But yeah, it's my favorite little cup. I know y'all see this a lot. I had this for a few years. I still got it. I used to work here. This on the new Spider-Man movie too. That shit was pretty good. It was real good actually. But yeah, I hope this message resonate with somebody and that you'll be able to see the truth with all of these influencers influencing y'all to lose your life to this new ideology of, what they try to say and what they've been saying that Jesus is king. All of this stuff leads y'all to live in a, a fleshly life. This flesh ain't gonna last forever. And for to be trying to chase the desires of the flesh ain't gonna lead you to some spiritual security. That's basically all I'm saying, and that's all I'm gonna say as I wrap this up. We chase after desires every day, all day, and then we fuck around, have too much desires, and now we need help. Certain desires lead to addictions. Certain desires lead to depression. Certain desires lead to your death, right? Not being accountable, not being aware of how much you chase desires in the world. That's not what we're made for. And I'm not saying don't have nice things, don't have fun, don't love on yourself, right? I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying be mindful of how much you intake and what you intake. But yeah, that's it. That's all, Joe. These niggas be misleading y'all, and they will. They will try, just like they try to mislead me. But I think for myself, like it sound good, but at the end of the day, like all that talking, I be listening. And what I did here was he said he debunked our religions, and what I did hear him say is he is studying or following up behind another religion. So I'm like, either you did or you didn't, because I already knew the truth. You can't debunk Jesus Christ because he is the truth. Whether you call him Yeshua or whatever the fuck you want to call him, right? It don't matter. You know who he is and what he is and what he's done for us. And a lot of people like, oh, he died. He did die and came back to life and is still alive. And when I call on him, he's always there for me. If you ever had any night terrors, Jesus will be there. I've called on him and he came, and whatever that thing was, it disappeared like that. I pray that none of y'all never experienced that. But if you follow Christ, they will come. Different things that come try to steal your faith. Different things that come try to steal your joy. And different things that come try to steal your life. But your life isn't yours when you give it to God. He'll protect it. He'll allow you to live forever. Not in this body, but whatever God's image is in the spirit. Because when God made us, he made us in his image. That was the eternal image first. And then he gave us a body in the flesh, which is this. So a lot of people get it wrong when they say we're made in God's image. They think of mankind looking like this. That's not it. It's what's inside. I didn't buy this cup. I got this from Little Caesars when I was working there. But so that you can have one as well, just be like, hey, give me a Stanley cup. They be having them in the back. Most restaurants be having their own little logo cups in the back, and it's real nice to have too, though. I seen some at the movie theaters the other day. They had little Spider-Man ones. But yeah, it's nice to have. I've been holding on to that. Excuse me, to that thing for a little minute. I put ice in there and it lasts all day. That's why I love it so much. I drink hot tea. I used to put hot tea in there. It'd be hot all day for the winter time. Winter time. Yeah, I love that thing. It's the best invention made, in my opinion. I appreciate you for acknowledging that too. Much love. I don't have the nicest things in the world, but I have what I need, and I'm appreciative of that. I'm not saying I don't like nice stuff, but when you start making money, dog, you start realizing like shit, you want to keep it, you want to hold on to it. Not everything is important, not all this material stuff. Because when I'm dead and gone, whoever go rob my grave, they gonna have this shit. So therefore, like I don't care for it, but I'm happy to have it in my possession at the time. I done had a lot of shit, dog. I feel like in my past life, I probably was a rich king. That's why I don't care for this shit now in this life. It really don't mean much to me, but I'm not saying I'm not appreciative, not at all. But just so you can obtain what I have, whenever you go to a restaurant, be like, hey, do y'all got some Stanley cups in the back? Just ask them. And if they have the right spirit of giving, they'll go back there and look for you. If not, just be, you have discernment that you'll talk to the right people about that you need to talk to across your path. But yeah, next time you out and about, or even at the movie theaters, be like, y'all got some Stanley cups, cause they be having them. They have plenty of shit. All these companies, they got plenty of money, plenty of stuff. Dog. So even if you work somewhere, don't let these people think they can't afford it because they got it. One little secret I'm gonna tell you about the gas stations I be going to, I be loading up on their napkins, cause they got it more than enough. When I used to work there, Joe, just know I had everything I needed for months at a time. I be stocking up. I be stocking up my storehouse with they shit because share the wealth, right? I'm working, I deserve that much. I already getting paid minimum wage. This shit ain't enough to live a decent life. But hey, I'm not encouraging y'all to steal. I'm just saying, go ask them people. They'll give it up. They got it. That's all that I'm really saying. They got it, Joe. They ain't gonna miss it. They might charge you a little bit. They might not. They might just give it to you. You'd be surprised who willing to give you what if you ask. But yeah, you have not because you ask not. Not saying you in general, but that's just the law of nature. God provides, and He'll give you what your heart's desire. So yeah, be sure that you go to God and petition in prayer because Jesus is gonna step in on your behalf and make sure that this world will work in a way that you will have the things that you need because He's mysterious in that way. Our ways are not His ways. Our thoughts are not His thoughts. His thoughts are higher than ours. That's why I was talking about young Pharaoh too, because he's a smart man, but you're not smarter than God. You will never understand His ways. Just like water, right? We all know that it's two hydrogens and oxygen. But how the fuck do you make oxygen, right? How do you make hydrogens? I don't know. He don't know. So he can't tell me who is real and who is not. He ain't debunked shit, is all that I'm saying at the end of the day. So yeah, people might sound smart. They might sound like they know some shit, but they don't. And be mindful of those type of people because they'll send you off with that think they know it all, right? And it's scary too because people like that get stuck in their ways, just like Ramses. He thought he was the smartest man on earth, the highest pharaoh on earth, and he fuck around, drown, chasing after his own knowledge, his own wisdom, because he wasn't that smart. If he was smart, he would have knew that. All right, I'm not gonna chase after these people. They obviously got a real God that's living on their side and that's moving on their behalf. Maybe I should see what they doing, and maybe I should fuck with them on that type of level, right? He could have been still here to this day. Legacy would have been different. But it's neither here nor there. It's just a prime example of what's real and what's not, you know. You see Egypt, the land of Egypt to this day, and it remains the same that they went against God's people and they got flooded. And I mean, it is what it is, right? But yeah, I just hope y'all enjoy y'all Sunday and that this week will be a blessed and prosperous week that you achieve every goal that you set out to achieve and that you have fun in life. You know, life ain't that serious. You hear it one day, you gone the next. And a lot of this bullshit here one day and it's gone the next. So don't get too wrapped up in this world on all of these things that you think is gonna be here forever. Chasing after all these things that ain't gonna last. The first man that came to earth was Adam, right? And he got to chasing after desires, chasing after a bitch. When God told him what to do, and instead of listening to God, he was listening to her. And God was like, "Did I tell you to do that? Didn't I tell you I got something for you to do?" So yeah, be mindful who you listening to and who you chasing up behind, because you'll get out of God's grace that way. So be mindful of that too. Like, chasing out the men, chasing out the women. These motherfuckers ain't got your best interest in mind. They're falling out of your grace and out of your position. Only thing you need to do is listen to God and be obedient, and He will provide for you. And once you start turning your back, then you lose favor. You lose your grace. You lose your position. The same way that he did, the same way that Pharaoh did, and the same way people still do until this day. He said to go name the animals. He gave him different missions every day. Like, our mission in life is not just to go make money. We, as men, we have a mission, and that's to be in obedience to God. God need us to do different things to accomplish different things, and if we're obedient, we can do that. God might need you to go talk to your neighbor. He might need you to go plant a tree. You might, whatever you need to do, right? I don't know. My life isn't your life, and etc. Vice versa. We all have things that we need to be done, right? But we all know what our mission in life is. And if not, then just pray like, Lord, what is my purpose in life? What do I supposed to be doing on a day to day? And you will know after a while, spend a little time with yourself, and you will just listen to yourself, and everything that is you will come to you. You will know exactly. And what you good at? Like, what talents do you have? What gifts do you have? You might be a teacher, you might be a healer, you might be any and everything. I don't know. But that's what God wants you to be. Just like Adam, he wanted him to name the animals. He did that. He was doing that. He wanted him to multiply this earth, to be fruitful. And he wanted to do other things. So God said, you could get the fuck on. Like, shit, what is you doing? You ain't doing what I need you to do. You chasing out the bitches. You not listening to me. And therefore you go with her and y'all go suffer together. That's what's the first curse of man. And men still do that to this day. You see the movies. It's always a heroine where he's gonna go save a bitch. Or vice versa, right? And this is how I talk. I don't mean no disrespect. And if you feel disrespected, then hey, toughen up. Well, nah, not for real though. Like, that's just how I talk. All my homegirls know what up. I call them bitches too. But anyway, they know I'm a man and I stand on my word, and I'm gonna follow my own beats and my own drum. And that's just what it is, right? Like, I don't follow up behind people. I like to listen to knowledgeable people until they start putting their tongue down their throat, talking too much, and then start speaking lies. Like Pharaoh, like he was sounding good until I caught those lies. Like, dude, didn't you say this? Because I kind of thought that may be true. I'm still seeking truth. But once he said some other stuff, it contradicted what he said in the beginning. So I know that he don't believe what he was saying. But he just wanted it to be true so that he could mislead other people to grow a following. And a lot of people online do that. They sound real good, they mislead a lot of people, and then they don't remember what they said because they're not living the truth. It's just what it is. I'm not trying to tear nobody down because they do it on their own pretty good. But I'm just letting y'all know to be mindful of that, though. Who you think is the person that's going to lead you to the truth. If you don't have no discernment, you'll be just as lost as they is. And that's a bad thing in this world, Joe, because you don't know where these people headed, if they're happy or not. Like I say all the time, like, don't compare your journey to someone else's. And when you're on that journey to find truth, you're going to find the truth. You're gonna listen to a lot of different people, a lot of different stuff gonna make sense, and a lot of different stuff not gonna make sense. And you're gonna find somebody else to help pick up the pieces, right? Because life is a puzzle. You get bits and pieces of that picture, and you just finding those pieces, putting them together where they fit until you get a good idea of what the picture is and what you're supposed to be doing in life and how you're supposed to be contributing to it. The same way that Adam was supposed to be doing before he got the listening to too many other people and doing what they tell him to do, and then fell out of God's grace. That was my thing about the race bait. Don't water those seeds of hate and be out of God's grace. But that's it. That's all. I appreciate y'all. Peace and blessings. And if you are new to my channel, I'm Aaron Glenn, private personal consultant. I advocate for mental health awareness. That's what my blog post is about. For those who struggling to manage stress and anxiety, it's a free blog, free blueprint, all of that. The links in my bio. And if you are new to my channel, please consider becoming a member by subscribing. Peace and blessings.